Namaste. Mr. Sowell here with Mrs. Silva and Mr. Reynoso, and we are doing part 1 of our series of yoga. So today Mr. Reynoso is going to lead us through a lovely routine that Mrs. Silva and I will demonstrate for you.
Okay, start off by closing your eyes, bringing your thumb and your index finger together, and take a deep breath. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Roll your shoulders back. Relax your face muscles, relax your jaw, relax your eyes, and take another 2 deep breaths. Now make your way to hands and knees. And begin to bring energy to your lower back by taking a deep inhale into cow and exhale into cat. One more time. And begin to find the rhythm of your own breath. One last time. Cow and cat. Now lean back into child's pose. Extend your arms and take 3 deep breaths. In your next breath, come up to hands and knees. And now extend to your first plank. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders. And with your next breath, come into downward facing dog. Begin to slowly walk your dog. And with your next breath, swing your right leg into the air. Hold it and bring it down. And now your right leg in the air. Left. Bring it down. Go back into your plank. And hold it. And now back to downward facing dog. With your next breath, right leg in the air. And swing it through in between your hands. And hold it. Now place it back into plank. Left leg up in the air. In between your hands and hold. And back into your plank. Back into downward facing dog. With your next breath, right leg in the air. And swing it through to warrior 1. Hold your warrior. Bring your hands back to the mat. Into plank. Downward facing dog. Left leg in the air. Swing it through your hands. And warrior 1. Take a deep breath. Hands back in the mat. Go back to your plank. And from your plank, come down to your first chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Now put your right leg up in the air. Swing it through to warrior one. Hold your warrior one. And now go into warrior two. As you hold your warrior two, reverse your warrior. Now come down to your plank. Hold your plank, down to chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Your left leg up in the air, swing it through to warrior one, warrior two, and reverse your warrior. Come down to your plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Come back to plank and do your side plank to your right side. Hold it. Come down to plank. And now your plank, your side plank on the other side. Come down to plank. Bring your knees to the mat and go into child's pose. Extend your arms, bring the energy through your arms, through your fingers, extend your fingers. Take a deep breath. And now come back to your downward facing dog. Take some deep breaths. Swing your right leg in the air and bring it through in between your arms. Come on up to warrior one. Take a deep breath, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. And back to the floor for chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg in the air. Swing it through. Warrior one. Warrior two. And reverse your warrior. Come back to your plank. Chaturanga. And hold it here. And now come up to your upward facing dog. And hold it. Downward facing dog. Swing your leg, your right leg up in the air. Bring it through your hands and go into your pigeon. Extend your arms. And take 5 deep breaths. Make your way back into downward facing dog. And put that right leg up in the air, shake it off a little bit. Let the energy flow and bring it down. And now bring your left leg up in the air. Swing it through into your pigeon. Now take some deep breaths. come back to your downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Now step or hop to your leg, to your hands. And stretch your legs. Bring your fingers under your toes. Try to reach your nose to your knees. Slowly come on up with a deep breath. Bring your arms up in the air. And bring them down. With your next breath, swing your right arm under your left. And now bring your right leg up and cross it over your leg into eagle pose. Make sure the left leg is bent. And hold your eagle. And now swing back into standing. Now the left arm under the right. And left leg over right leg into eagle pose. Hold your eagle. And in your next breath, swing back into standing. Take another deep breath. Reach down to your toes. And place your fingers under your toes. Now bend your knees so your nose actually touches your knees. And with your next breath, come on up into standing. Now bring your legs apart. Your arms. And slowly come on down. Put your hands under your feet and try to extend to touch your head with the floor. Now reach over to your right side. Try to touch your forehead to your knees. Move on over to the other side. Forehead to knee. Back to the center. And slowly come on up with the straight back. Hands up and legs touching. And legs back to your side. Slowly come back down to the floor. And go into child's pose. Take 3 deep breaths in child's pose. And now make your way back to where you started. Bring your hands together. Place them on your forehead to remind you to have good thoughts. To your lips to remind you to have kind words. To your heart to remind you to have good intention. And namaste.